happened? Did we lose connection?
Oh, no, we're here.
Do you want me to talk? Okay. Hey, I'm Stacy Lyn, and earlier today I said that I was going to do a Q&A. So I'm going to be here for a few minutes answering any and all of your questions. Hopefully all of your questions. It kind of depends on what your question might be, but I will try to answer every question that I can. So start typing. I'm ready to hear them. Do I have anything yet?
We've got a few viewers.
Okay, so we have a couple of viewers. If you're new coming on, is this live? Are we
Yeah.
doing- Okay. So sorry about that. Keep going.
Okay.
All right, so if you're new coming on, I'm doing a live video right now, and I'm answering questions that you may have that you want for me to answer. So just ask me anything. I'm super excited. I'm visiting some of my favorite people today in Athens, Alabama. So I've been up since 4:30 this morning and drove in, took a wrong turn, and had to turn around. And I wondered, interestingly, when people were asking when they were telling me how long it was going to take me to get here, I thought, well, I wonder if they're adding bathroom breaks in. So I had these questions going on. Then I took the wrong turn, and I was like, I'm going to be late. But it ended up working out. So
David Smith says happy Friday.
Happy Friday, David. Good to hear from you. Thanks for always commenting and liking my post.
So, if you could cook with one meat that you haven't cooked with, what would it be?
Well, I did some research this past year, and I saw that goat meat is the most consumed meat of any meat. So I would say I would like to try goat's meat. I would love to cook with that and see how well that went. I remember the first time that I cooked lamb, and I wasn't sure how I was going to like it, and I ended up absolutely loving it. So goat's meat would be the answer to that.
So Patricia says hello, and Vicki Green says hello. I live in Athens, Alabama.
Oh my gosh!
Welcome
hello.
to Alabama.
Yeah, so glad to see you. Yeah, that's great. It's not that big. I should meet you somewhere.
Yeah. Mike says he loves goat.
Oh really? Huh? That's interesting. I wonder what kind of taste it has, what kind of texture. So maybe he can fill me in on that.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of really knowledgeable followers for sure. That's for sure. Someone says it's too gamey for them.
Really?
But I mean, you're used to making venison.
Yeah, and if you treat it right, if it is treated right from the time that it's harvested to the time to the table, I don't really call that a gamey taste. I call that more of just the way that the flavor is in that particular meat. Mm-hmm. So it tastes similar to what they eat, like what that animal eats, like acorns or different times of the year. These animals can taste differently, so it probably has a lot to do with what they've been eating as well.
Someone asked, what's the best way to make spaghetti?
Well, if I'm in a hurry, I'll make my noodles that, already come packaged. But if not, I like to home make my pasta. And I actually have a Facebook video that I think I did live. It may just be a video, but it is the best pasta ever. And you don't have to have a machine, and you can hand roll it out. And the pasta makes all the difference. But I do have a basic tomato sauce recipe on my website at stacylynharris.com. And you can just look up basic tomato recipe, and there nothing beats it, and it is so easy. So the sauce has a lot to do with it, and then of course if you want it with meat, whatever meat you use, and I like to mix like 3 different meats. So I like to do a beef, a pork, and a venison.
Someone asked, what's the best way to cook pork chops for losing weight a healthy way? So I guess a healthy pork chop.
Okay, I actually have a great recipe, and I think it's in my book, Stacy Lyn's Harvest Cookbook, and you can get that on Amazon. It may be on my website, stacylynharris.com, and so just look up pork chop in the search bar. But what I like to do is simply put olive oil over it with salt and pepper, and if you like something else, then by all means put another spice or another seasoning on it. But to me, it's just straightforward and great because pork chops already have a great flavor. I like them thick cut, and I like to cook them on a cast iron skillet over really, really hot heat. Let them go until they reach just the right temperature, and that's all there is to it. It's really easy. And this is one thing, if you make a gremolata to put on top of that and you have some lemon zest, it goes really, really good with the pork chops.
Someone asked, what's the best way to barbecue pork ribs? Not in the oven.
Okay, not in the oven.
I would think. If
If
they're saying barbecue.
If you're saying barbecue, you know, a non-oven method, you know, you would do that like on a grill over, you know, medium heat, and, you know, make sure the temperature is the main thing, you know, making sure that it's not overcooked. I like to smoke my meat also, and that's a great way to do it. And I do bake some, but that's not really true barbecue, so to speak, but I do bake some and use like my favorite barbecue sauce on that. So it's a pretty easy thing to do.
Someone asked if you had a pickled green bean recipe.
It's probably the one they're waiting for me to give them that pickled green bean recipe. I do, but I haven't yet put it up on the site. But you know what? I'm going to do that this week because I know that you've been waiting for that.
Someone asked what was the right temperature, I think, for the pork chops.
Well, that's controversial in our home. My husband likes to do 140 degrees. It depends on what it is and where it comes from, but I say 160. So I don't, no red juices should be flowing from the meat. So, and I think he's talking about when you take it off and it carries over, because he likes his pork to be just a tad pink, but it shouldn't have red juices running from it. So I like mine done a little bit more than that. I think I have my grandmother's blood, and, you know, I want to make sure it's, you know, good and done.
Someone asked about what's a great chicken salad recipe?
Well, my grandmother has a great chicken salad recipe that I adore, and it's just pretty much chicken salad with boiled eggs, or chicken with boiled eggs, mayonnaise, dill pickles. You can use sweet if you prefer sweet pickles, a little bit of mustard, and you can use dry mustard if you don't want to do the liquid mustard, and it's pretty basic, salt and pepper. And to me, that is the best chicken salad. It's very, very simple, very basic. If you want to put other things in there like grapes or nuts or raisins, you can. Oh, and celery. Oh my goodness. Celery is the magic, and I forgot that ingredient, but that is the magic touch to any chicken salad or potato salad. You need little tiny pieces of celery and little tiny pieces of onion. So all of them are great. So
So I guess you guys need to actually get back to South Alabama pretty soon. So
I
just
know,
sign off.
we do. So time to sign off. It's great to hear from you all, and I'm so excited. And you can ask questions in the comments, and I'll try to answer those questions as the day goes on. It's great being here. Talk to you later.